Hello guys and welcome to Comeng 17, where today we're at Glen Waverly station. Oh my god, that's a bad view. Sorry, the sun. Glen Waverly station. I have been here before. Is that a... No, that's a smart bus. I was about to say, is that a bus replacement? No, I'm good. Yeah, I've been here before, but I've never seen this angle. So there's obviously the stable yard, the sidings here where they store trains, but I haven't seen them from this angle. This is a pretty cool angle. So yeah, today we're gonna go down the Geelong line because there's a few stations on that line that I haven't done yet. Yeah, here's another view of those trains in the thing. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Haven't seen them from that angle before. Oh, a train just left. So we're going to the Geelong line. Yeah, the Geelong line, because there's a few stations on that line that we haven't done yet. Namely South Geelong, Marshall, and Waurn Ponds. Still can't figure out how to pronounce that one though. Waurn Ponds? Waurn Ponds? Yeah, that's a train arriving. Yeah, so,
920 Flinders Street, stopping all stations.
I also know that there is there are N-class trains that go on that route towards Warrnambool. And I was just thinking, one thing I have never done is gone in the first class seats of an N-class N-set. So I've been thinking that I might want however, the website doesn't let you book tickets within the Mikey zone, and the first class seats are always reserved seats. So because of that, you won't be able to get them. Yeah, so I might go to like the V-Line office or something and see, yeah, see if I can possibly book a ticket in person, because the website doesn't let you order one. So yeah, I'll have a look at that when I get to Southern Cross. But first, let's catch this train. Let's get our seat here. Alright, I'll see you at Southern Cross. Right, let's just check. Okay, we need to get off. So we're going to yeah, let's see, Southern Cross, platform 5. Let's go. Okay. So yeah, now. Alright. So now we gotta head to Southern Cross to get our V-Line train, obviously, so. Alright. I'll see you there. Alright, now we're at platform 5. It's interesting how some of the PIDs on the HCMTs just have a colour issue or something, and they just display yellow bits down there. Let's look. Yeah, look at that Cranbourne sign. It's got some yellow bits on it for some reason. I don't know why. Can you hear that too? It sounds like a level crossing, which is weird. There's something that sounds like a level crossing here, which is very weird because there aren't any level crossings in or anywhere near Flinders Street. Seems the PID's a little broken. So now arriving at, and didn't finish the sentence, so it seems that it's oh, now it's working. Now it says Melbourne Central. We are not arriving at Right, so I did have a look, and there's an end set that leaves for Warrnambool in about 7 minutes. That's not enough time to get a first class seat from the office, obviously, but it is enough time to get on, so it is enough time to get on, so that's what I plan to do. It also is an interesting service. It runs from Express from Footscray to Geelong. Wait, is it in it? Don't see an end set there. Oh boy, that's going to be fun. Warrnambool in, is that 3 minutes? That doesn't look like an end set, that looks like a VLocity. Don't you just... Don't you just love it when, like, stuff just completely decides to not go to plan? That doesn't happen to look like an end set, but it's heading for Warrnambool. No, yeah, hopefully. Okay, so it turns out they're doing VLocities on the Warrnambool line. I didn't know that. don't have much time to get on, yeesh. Let's avoid the quiet carriage. Alright, yeah, I'll see you there at Waurn Ponds, or Geelong, whichever one I get off at. Okay, that was...
Platform 2, your 11:36 a.m. service through to Warrnambool. Thank you.
Yeah, there was something that mildly funny that happened. So for the entire journey from Geelong to here, I had a bit of anxiety. I was like, am I going to make it to the train door before the train departs? And then, just as I'm about to get off, it says that that we're going to be waiting here on the platform for a few minutes anyway. So that's funny. So yeah, this train's apparently a bit ahead of schedule. Yeah, this is Waurn Ponds. Now, you may have noticed, or may not have because you couldn't see where the tracks were, this train was going on the right-hand track for most of the journey from Geelong to here. It was right-hand running, and it might have done that to overtake a few trains, because it did pass 2 trains on that journey, but the thing is that, like, the signals were only going this direction on that track, on the right hand track. So it might be it might be that they're just doing right hand running over that section for some reason. But yeah, this is Waurn Ponds station. Right, so yeah, that PID is completely illegible to not just to you guys. There we go. Yeah, okay, that's no information. It just says the train's gonna leave soon. 8 minutes to Southern Cross. Is that enough, or near, like 50 minutes to Southern Cross? I'll have to choose that. But yeah, now we're at Waurn Ponds station, so let's have a quick look around. This information about V-Line train sign here is interesting. So is this like... check information. Okay. Yeah, this is interesting. I've never seen this before. Also, you got the old station sign design. Which, seeing how this clearly isn't the oldest station on the network, this must have been one of the first of these renovated. Actually, no. Waurn Ponds was a completely new station at one point, I believe. Like, it was built as part of the regional rail link or something. That's... Correct me if I'm wrong. Let me know. I believe it was part of the regional rail link project, which also gave us the V-Line VLocities and the Deer Park, the Deer Park West Werribee line, which all Geelong trains now take. Because they used to go via Werribee, but now they go via Wyndon Vale and Tarniet. Which, yeah, there was literally no track there. And that's a laptop charger, I believe. Oh, wow. Yeah, that looks... Sorry, that's just a random thing. Please do not litter near... Please do not litter, period. Please do not litter near train stations. And there are better ways to dispose of a laptop charger than dropping it there. Same with your water bottle. Like, I don't like littering. Yeah. So yeah, this is... So yeah, I believe it was a completely new station. Seriously, that PID needs to be dealt with. Like, you cannot see it. That's not a camera thing, I can assure you. That is exactly what it looks like for me as well. And yeah, that... So yeah, you've got the Mikey thing. Who knows if I'm actually still tapped on, because, you know, the auto tap off thing. Yeah. Oh my god. Now, I'm just gonna... The Traralgon station's just gonna be a joke from now on, isn't it? It's bad. Yeah, look. Actual recycle bins. They didn't have those at Traralgon. So the story, if you don't know, is that at Traralgon station, when I went, the recycle bins just had see this plastic bit with the bag? This plastic outer shell and the bag inside, both of them were absent. There was the lid. So it was like you could recycle, but it would just go on the floor. Now I can imagine that train's waiting for a green signal. Oh, there we go. That's an end set. That's cool. I could have caught that if I'd... Okay, so that's what it's waiting for. They're waiting for the single track section to be open, and that return warnable train was blocking it. Now, I don't know if you could actually see it. Right, let me zoom in a little more. There we go. Yeah, that was on the single track, but now the single track should be clear, so that signal should change to green soon. It's surprisingly stable for 10 times zoom. Like, yeah, it's shaky a bit, but yeah, that's... Oh, they're also waiting for the level... Let me wait until... The signal's green now. There was a level crossing, so they were probably waiting for that as well. So now we can expect that. Goodbye ears. It's not like I needed those. How long is this waiting here for? Because I might actually have... Yeah. It says... Okay, it's departing now, never mind. I'll just try and get it good. I mean, I could, if I ran for it, make it, but like... Still want to have a look at this station. Yeah, there's a end set. Yeah, because originally NSETs were the only trains that ran on the Warrnambool line, but they started running V-line VLocities. Although they still run NSETs clearly. So it's still possible to catch one to Warrnambool. And I would seriously not recommend catching a V-line Velocity to Warrnambool. However, in the near future, it will be the only option, as the NSETs will be completely removed from that line. So, one of my plans these holidays is to catch one to Warrnambool while I can, which will also be the longest train journey I've ever done by a long shot. Yeah, that's left-hand running. What the... I don't know. Right, so this is Waurn Ponds station. Still haven't figured out properly how to pronounce it, but yeah, I think we should. Right, basically, by walking up here to watch the insect go, I've effectively done a good chunk of the reason why I didn't catch it in the first place. Oh well. There's another Southern Crossing under an hour, so I'll be fine. Oh yeah, it's just you got that cool crossover, accessible crossover, which is nice. Oh yeah, I think most crossovers are probably accessible though. Don't know though. Yeah, it's better than a level crossing, which stations like Ferntree Gully have. And it has the convenient, got that station building there, but doesn't seem to be on this side. I find that most stations generally just have a station building on one platform. You'd hope that that's the one where they run most of the trains from, but not always the case. Now, after 2 hours, your Mikey automatically touches you off, which means that technically I am touched off now. I don't have a choice in that matter. So, when I get over there, I'll touch on. So when I get over there, I'll touch on, and there are so many ways to do your Mikey fare and still be charged the right fare. But yeah, I mean, always touch on and off, but the confusing bit is that if I tried to touch off just then, it would touch me on, which is really annoying. They should fix that. That is like, there is no reason to do that. Like, yeah, it's slightly more convenient for people doing short journeys, but like, it's very inconvenient for people doing long journeys. So it should be, it's just like a small piece of code that you could just change. Actually, I don't know how remotely, how much, if you'd have to manually go to the, no, you wouldn't have to manually go to the micro readers, it's just part of the system. They just need to change how the system ran, which shouldn't be that hard. Okay, that's a nice aesthetic on the stairs there, by the way. So that's the aircon for the lift is about as big as the lift itself. That's interesting. Right, so a 1218. You can't see that, can you? Can you see that? No, not really. It's a 1218 train departing in blank minutes on platform 1. So my plan is to go to each of the stations, Marshall, then South Geelong, just to have a look at them, and then maybe come back to Waurn Ponds. Because I think South Geelong and Marshall both got level crossing removal rebuilds. They definitely got rebuilds recently. I didn't realise the middle carriage was reserved. I was sitting in that carriage. Hey, other. There are toilets on the platform, but there are toilets there are toilets outside the Mikey zone. Generally, they're inside. Oh yeah, let's look at this. This affected us today. Let's have a look at it. Stop being annoying with that door and just take this outside here. Okay, so let's have a look at this brochure thingy. This works as a table. Velocity trains are coming to Warrnambool. The first Velocity trains were coming to Warrnambool in November. I thought it was December. Velocity trains will be progressively introduced to the Warrnambool line from November 1. Okay. Velocity trains are they have accessible toilets is probably the only benefit they have for long distance passengers. They are reliable though, but that doesn't really affect passengers. It just affects the maintenance cost. They are accessible. I don't know how... are NSETs unaccessible? Maybe they are. Quiet carriages, that is a thing, but... I mean, they actually... For someone who likes using their phone for, well, obvious reasons, that's actually not spacious. 2x2. NSETs have first-class seating. The seats aren't exactly better. Accessible toilets and tray tables. The NSETs would have tray tables on the first-class seats as well. Passengers are encouraged to plan ahead and make a reservation when travelling on Warrnambool services. The recent introduction of e-ticketing, train fleet may need to be swapped out on short notice, which can lead to changes in seat configurations. So you can't really... it's recommended that you reserve your seat, but you might not be able to reserve your seat. In-carriage luggage... Priorities. Are there no priority seats? Passengers are welcome. Yeah, there's no food on Velocity trains. That's a big change that they've made. Oh wow, just nothing more. Okay. Literally nothing. So yeah, I want to know when they're going to be fully on, but I guess they might not be telling us that. But, so yeah, this is... Yeah, this is the form. Oh yeah, that PID is much easier for you guys to see. Yeah, this is Waurn Ponds station, basically. Let's do that touch-on experiment now. This monkey reader. Doors, I'm trying not to annoy people with them. Touched on. Okay, that worked perfectly. Okay. Now let's get comfortable. I'm gonna be here for a bit.
For one until a boarding announcement is made.
So they said do not board, so I'll have to wait here for a sec. I'm getting all of the oldest Velocities today. I got set number 5 and now I've got set number 2. To be clear, there's at least 120. Oh, there's a bird right there. Hello. It's a very talkative one. Well, okay, that's the boarding announcement. Okay. The boarding announcement for this was just the conductor whistling and then pointing at the train. Alright, we won't be on this for long, so let's just get a seat near the doors. Yeah, I'll be getting off at Marshall, and then I'll go to South Geelong as well, and then I'll come back here to catch a train all the way back to Melbourne. Okay, we're doing right-hand running again. That's interesting. There's not many places on the network where that happens. Right, now we're at Marshall. Yeah, there's the modern station signs. So yeah, I can't say why they're doing right-hand running on this section of track, but what I can say is something very interesting. And that is, Southern Cross and Waurn Ponds trains are using the same platform, and Warrnambool trains appear to be using platform 1. So that... So that... Oh, ladybird. So that seems to be the thing. Why don't you just use the double track? Maybe they probably do in like peak hour, but off peak, trains are so infrequent that they can use single track and just give a whole... Actually, look at that track. Look at the difference in track quality. That one, the one on the left looks like it's almost never used. It could just be that this track is brand new because it's part of the duplication works that were recently done. Oh, listen for announcements. Well, wait, this PID says listen for announcements over here. Yeah, that says listen for announcements. That one has information on it. You'd think the PIDs would be connected or something, but no. Now that's interesting. What's on the other side? By the way, this is very interesting. I haven't seen this before. Usually it's just the dots that are colourful, and then it's just on a solid black tarmac thing. But these are actually like the full-on plate thingies. And then there's this is the only black stuff. Then you've got concrete. Then you've got concrete again, and then you've got the white line. Okay, that says listen for announcements too. So the two halves are connected. That's yeah, I have to say, I am liking these redesigns. Like, I know some people don't like the new signage. I have no idea what thoughts are on this thing because I didn't notice it existed before. But I personally like the new station design. Also, yeah, could I plan your journey? You'd think they'd put timetables or a map here. Nope. Ads. Anyway, but yeah, so is this a brand new station or just an upgraded station? Because it definitely got upgraded along with South Geelong. It also has recycle bins. No, most stations have those. Traralgon's just the exception to the rule. Yeah, the station building's on this side, platform 2 side. Whereas on that side, you've just got basically nothing except the overpass. Let's cap off here. Oh, 14 minutes? No, that's a Waurn Ponds train. Let's actually have a look. How long are we going to be here for? Southern Cross is a 1:03 train departing in blank minutes. About half an hour. Okay. Touched off. Well, this is nice and air conditioned. It's a very warm day today, so it's good to have air conditioning. You don't see this map very often at stations, but it's here, which is nice. I'm having to whisper because this place really echoes. Like, it will echo less here, but yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. That's a new PID. That's very interesting. Yeah, okay, it was a duplication thing. Oh well, that's just a portable PID. That's pretty cool. Because on wheels, Got a V-Line app? I didn't know that. Look, why not just use the PTV app? You got all the PRV stuff. Okay, so this is the closest thing to anything saying about whether this is a brand new station or a duplication work. Say hello to your new Marshall station. Enjoy your new modern station. That kind of implies that it's a new station. With a second platform, pedestrian overpass and lift, that implies that it's a duplication work. Improves accessibility and more traffic. Whatever the change was, they definitely renovated the whole station. So I think it was originally a one platform old-fashioned station. But that doesn't make sense, because Waurn Ponds wasn't there before, so you'd think this... I'm going to have to look this up. It says regional rail revival. I'm going to have to look this up. I cannot tell. Seems to be a relatively well-used station based on the number of cars in the car park. Yeah, it looks nice. I like the yellow. It's cool how a lot of stations just have their own sort of colour. Makes them unique. Also, it doesn't seem to be part of a level crossing removal, because if you have a look, there's a level crossing right there. So you'd think they'd be aiming to remove level crossings here, but they put a station right next to one. It's literally right there. I don't know what to make of that. Yeah. I don't know what... well, actually, no. It does say Regional Rail Revival and not Level Crossing Removal Project. So that's probably what it is. This is a new station that was part of the Regional Rail Revival Project, as was the renovations to South Geelong. Although I'm pretty sure South Geelong was relocated to remove a level crossing. Except I remember there being one near South Geelong as well. Maybe it was a more dangerous level crossing. Right, let's just have a look at platform 1. Alright, I'm going to look it up. I'm going to look up the story of Marshall Station. Okay, I can tell you exactly what year Marshall Station opened. Drum roll, please. 1879. Yeah, it's not a new station. It closed in 1957, but reopened in 2005. So it's not associated with any of those projects as a part of its opening. It was rebuilt in 2024 as part of the Regional Rail Revival, where the Geelong line to Waurn Ponds got a second track that it refuses to use for some reason. Except for Warrnambool trains, which get that track to themselves. This doesn't actually seem to be an exit, does it? Yeah, so there's a signal I want to take a photo of, because I haven't seen one of it. So, signalling time, guys. Ew. Ew, that's disgusting. Okay. So, signalling, talking, time, thinking, guys. Okay, so that signal there. So the signal on the right is just a red. It's just a stop. No, that's not the interesting bit. The interesting bit is this signal. Let's see, what's another signal? Yeah, so that signal, red over green. If you watch my signaling video, which I wouldn't be surprised if most of you didn't, red over green, also, which can also be described as bottom green, because red is an intrinsic part of most signal aspects, means clear medium speed. So the next signal is not a stop, but you have to go at medium speed. Medium speed is generally when you're going across a junction, and the junction in question is almost definitely that one. You're switching from the left track to the right one. Because why not? Because Waurn Ponds terminating trains use platform 1, but Marshall and South Geelong trains use platform 2 in either direction. This is it's confusing for me too, don't worry. Wait, does that actually merge into single track? Anyway. So medium speed is, unless otherwise signified, 40 kilometers an hour, which makes sense to go slowly over a junction. But there's a thing, there's a special part of this signal that makes it special. That little thing on the left, that white light, that says 65 on it. And that overrides the 40 kilometer an hour restriction. So, what that signal means is, you won't have to stop in the near future, so don't worry. But you're going to have to slow down to 65 kilometers an hour because there's a junction that you're going over. And you can't go back to full speed until the next signal that says full speed. That's a specific restriction. Just because you've gone over the junction doesn't mean you can go back to full speed. So yeah, there's also one of them at Waurn Ponds, except instead of 65, it says 80. And that's because it's not much of a junction and more just emerging into single track. And if the track's not built that bad, I guess it makes sense that, it would, oh boy, I can't speak right now. It makes sense that it would have a higher speed. So yeah, there's the level crossing that this station was not rebuilt to remove. Oh, that makes sense. Look at, so, if you can have a look, see, past the level crossing, you see that it merges back to single track. Despite, so the platform is double track, but the railway between Marshall and South Geelong is single track. The railway between Marshall and Waurn Ponds is double track, but because it's such a short thing, they've decided to split it. Instead of heading towards or away from the city, they've split it for destination. So if you're at Marshall Platform 1, you can know that your train will be a Warrnambool train. And if you're on Marshall Platform 2, it will be a Waurn Ponds train. It's a weird way of doing it, but if it's low frequencies, then you can basically operate it however you want. Although in peak hour, my guess is it reverts to normal double track operation so that they can cram as many trains as possible in. Now or maybe they don't. Maybe they don't run at much higher frequency during peak hour because a lot of trains actually terminate at Geelong, but if the trains that don't, they either go to Waurn Ponds or South Geelong. South Geelong has...
Hello customers. The next train to depart from platform 2 is the 12:40 service to Waurn Ponds. For your safety, please remain behind the yellow line until the train stops. Then wait for people to get off before you board. The next train to depart from platform 2 is the
announcement. You can see off in the distance if I really zoom in. No, you can't. The signal's in the way. Let's try. There we go. You can see it. Those headlights. Those are the train. That's probably going to be the train I catch to South Geelong, but what's the point of catching it to Waurn Ponds? Three-car trains look short at this angle, don't they? So that's actually a modern Velocity. That's set 84. And as you can see, it's much less dirty. Anyway, so yeah. So because South Geelong has 2 platforms, and if this type of operation is done, it is possible that most trains just terminate at South Geelong during the peak, which might have double track to Geelong. And Geelong has 3 platforms, so they can do whatever they want there. So because of that, maybe they terminate most trains at South Geelong or Geelong at peak, and then off peak, they do it on Waurn Ponds, because despite the single track section, they have the capacity because it's off peak. Also, I like this one design element here. See how the dots go... On this... So on that platform, they're solid brick plate thingies, but on this one, they're dots. But yeah, it goes from orange to black on the concrete, and the same thing happens here. Look at that transition. That looks nice. You know what looks nice? This. So let's watch it. Let's try and see it go over the junction. Okay, as I was saying, you might notice when I'm making these videos I get distracted by a lot of things. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, it's just that thing was obviously much more time sensitive than analysing the cool contrast between these. The only way that could have been cooler is if they made these concrete coloured. Then it would be like a positive and negative space thing. And yeah, look at the signal over there. That's top green, meaning clear normal speed, so you can go full speed. So that means that, oh yeah, all the signals have changed to top green in that direction, because that's what the next train will be. Can't see the screen though. Okay, now let's head back to platform 2 and wait for our train, which will go to Waurn Ponds, then come back here. Okay, after being outside on platform 1, it is refreshing to be in an air-conditioned room again. I'm gonna chill here until my train arrives, which will be a while. Yeah.
Until the train stops. Then wait for people to get off before you board.
The next train to depart from platform 2 is the 103 service to Southern Cross. Thank you for travelling with V-Line.
Right, now we're heading for South Geelong. Right, the track is double track again, and we seem to be doing left-hand running again. like normal. It seems that they actually only do the right-hand running from Marshall Station, and maybe this section of the line occasionally. But currently, I just want to say that turn is pretty cool. You can see the track ahead, how sharp it is. There's a few places on the Geelong line which it curves with turns that sharp. Curve is an inaccurate description, but yeah, you can see so far ahead because the front of the train isn't blocking the way. But yeah, I have no idea what the running rules. Most of the network is always left-hand running, but this section of the Geelong line just seems to be whatever they feel like on the day.
Attention customers, we are now approaching South Geelong. South Geelong Station is our next stop.
Alright, now we're at South Geelong. No idea why that button's so delayed. Okay, 140. No, we want the 115. Oh well, we won't be here long if we want the 115. That's fine. That's actually fine. I doubt there's much to see. Yeah, whatever these were, yeah, I can definitely say that whatever caused these station rebuilds was not a level crossing removal so much. What's that? Form 1. It says departing in 9 minutes, but it's right there. Actually, that looks to be a Southern Cross service. Just sitting there. Don't know. Anyway, so yeah, I just want to, while I'm figuring out what that service is, yeah, look at that stadium, it's huge. It's huge. Don't mind me reprising the same voice crack. Yeah, it's very big, those are very big. Very beautiful as well. Oh look, we got the same changing pattern thing here, except instead of black, it's white. Anyway, yeah, there's the overpass. Yeah, so that stadium's pretty big. Yeah. So yeah, this station was also rebuilt at around the same time as Marshall, as part of the same project. And was also recently duplicated. Yeah, so there's a person. Windscreen wipers. So yeah, I just realised there's a person in there. Doesn't. Yeah, that's a Southern Cross train. That is the driver. Okay, so this is the station building, which they like to call a waiting room. Feels familiar. Now the PIDs on the platform notably had information for both sides. So yeah, departing in 6 minutes from platform 1. Which platform is this? I forgot what platform this was. Oh, this is platform 1. Okay. Well, let's just have a very quick look at platform 2 then. Because we don't want to miss our own train. Yeah, we're spending much less time here than at Marshall. Although it's basically the same station. Yeah, 5 minutes I've got. Oh no, look, it merges into single track again if you have a look through there. That's weird. Yeah. There's a building there. Oh no, that's just some shade. Yeah. I think that train might actually be waiting for my train. Because that's a single track station, and so... Oh yeah, it's got the red signal. Yeah, that train's waiting for my train to come before it can go. Crap, nearly fell down the stairs there. So yeah, that's probably a terminating train then. Probably terminated here at South Geelong.
The next train to depart from platform 1 is the 1:15 service to Waurn Ponds.
For your safety, please remain behind the yellow line until the train stops. Then wait
Alright,
for people to
let's
get off
wait for the
before
train.
you board.
I know it was a brief stop at this station, but that wasn't much to see that we didn't see at Marshall anyway.
Waurn Ponds.
Just passed over another level crossing, so there's 2 level crossings there. Alright, is this a quiet carriage? No. Probably should find out though. Yeah, okay, that's a quiet carriage. Shouldn't have been in there really, but didn't know. Should have known though, but didn't. Now this should be the train that also takes us back to the city. It should turn around at Waurn Ponds. So yeah, right, see you at Waurn Ponds. Right now we're at Waurn Ponds. However, I'm not going to get off here. Instead, I'm going to stay on the train because it's becoming a return service to Melbourne, and that's what I want. A return service to Melbourne. So, let's begin the time lapse. Although for me, it's actually like 10 minutes before the train departs, but yeah. Alright, I'll see you back at Melbourne. hour back at Southern Cross. Right now, because it's the most convenient time to do so, we're actually going to do something for my next, or most likely next. Theoretically, something could happen in the time between then and now, but I seriously doubt it. Oh my... Oh, okay. Don't mind that. Whoa. Okay, now I'm sorry I interrupted the entire video for that, but if you know what that is, you'll know why. And if you don't, that is something that I knew was out today. I knew it was out today, but I also thought that I wasn't going to get to see it, so what was the point in caring? But I saw it. That is IEV 120. Or EV120, also known by the nickname EV. Tateset made a video about it if you want more detail, but it's a track quality inspection vehicle. So what it does is it goes around. You might have seen the red laser it was casting on the track. That it uses that to detect any imperfections in the track so that it can be worked on, and it's being hauled by double-ended SSR P-class locos, which it often is. That goes around the network all the time, measuring stuff. And I knew it was out today, but I never thought I'd happen to be in the exact perfect spot to see it. And I was even standing in such a perfect spot that I got warning that I would see it, despite not... I saw it in that, like, underpass thing where the light's coming from. I saw it go through there, and I had enough time to walk across here and film it as it came past the VLocity, as you just saw. I had no idea that was going to be there. That is the luck of a lifetime. That is just amazing luck. Oh my god. I can tell you that basically no one would have seen it the way I saw it and had enough time to pull out their camera to catch it when it was right next to them. That would have been like 5 meters away from me, less than 5 meters away from me at its closest. Like, oh my god. Yeah, that is just perfect luck. Alright, now that once in a lifetime event, you could see it, because if you wanted to see it, you could find out where it was going, when, and then prepare. But the luck that I had was once in a lifetime. Yeah, as I said, if you want to learn more about that thing, Tateset made a video on it, so he's better at explaining stuff than I am, so... And everything that I would be explaining is just the contents of his video, because that's my one source, basically. So, what I was going to say before that happened is... there's a future adventure that I am planning that requires me to go to the V-Line ticket. It requires me to go to a V-Line ticket office, and well, I happen to be in the right spot for that, don't I? You know, the main V-Line station. So, you know, things have slightly worked out in my favour there. So, yeah, I'm going to go over there, do something, and then, yeah, and then we're heading back, just back to Boronia like usual. Yeah. Alright. Alright, now we've got to head over to the V-Line ticket office, which is directly below me. And now we're at the bottom of those stairs. So let's head over to this. This is the V-Line ticket office. Now, I'm not going to record the conversation I have, so I'll see you when that's done. Alright, now I'm finished here. I got the ticket, and I got most of what I wanted. Things should be good for me. Yeah. There is a slight issue, but I won't know how much of an issue that is until the day. It could be a non-issue. So I should be good. My luck has been good today. I got to see the IEV train. I got to find out about the thing that I'm doing next time and make plans for it. And the plans worked. And I got a seat Basically, I've been about as lucky as I possibly can today. So yeah, definitely not the end of the, I'm very good. Very, very lucky. Right, let's head over to the suburban platforms now and get us a train back home. Okay. What? Oh, that's a Belgrade train right there. What are the chances I'll make that? Almost done? You're right. God, that feels weird. Don't go anywhere. Definitely Belgrade train. Yep, good. Okay. Alright, done. Right, I'll see you at Boronia. Alright, so that concludes today's adventure, which is the, first, one of the few non-subscriber related adventures that I've done recently. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye.